Welcome back, my fellow duplicants, to Oxygen Not Included, and in today's special episode of Oxygen Not Included, we are doing it live. So that means there is loads and loads of chat going on over there. Hello, everybody. Hello. And, yeah, so this is the first time I've been doing a live stream here in a long time, so we'll see how it all works. Got everything working. So far, so good. Hopefully you all can hear me. What we have going on here in the background is the megabase. So, one of the things that we covered here in the recent videos was the super compressor. We also did that during the oxygen, transfer, an experiment that was working from the polluted oxygen to, from polluted water to oxygen, essentially. And that was somewhat useful, but not really that useful. However, the super compressor in that episode was actually pretty dope. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to make one of those inside of here, as well as also try to get more tubes up and running. And there's been some cool recommendations revolving around the metal refinery, not to mention all of the people over here. Hello from Sweden. Am I live streaming on Twitch as well? No, today is just YouTube. I got to keep it just simple enough to where I can actually keep up with everything here. And what's up? So this is crazy. So hello. How's everybody doing? All right. Holy cow, 120 people. So, strategy for today. This metal refinery down here, we've been struggling with this for a while, trying to get it up and running enough to make all the metal required to make everything. However, I do have enough wires now to the point where I really probably don't need to mess with that. One good recommendation was that the metal that runs, the oil that runs through the oil refinery should first run through the metal refinery, and then so that it just goes from here to there, and then I don't even have to worry about the heat because it gets deleted. So I think that's probably going to happen. Happy holidays from Cleveland. Happy holidays to everybody out there. And my gosh, so many. Did the audio stop working? Well, I can't really ask you that, can I? If you can't hear me. All right. Yes, no, not sure, but we're going to keep going with it. Dude, my power plant is back. All right, one of the things is I have to keep the... I'm monitoring the live stream, so I turn the quality down there, so hopefully we don't bounce off the internet limits here. Your debug mode, all you have to do to get that working is you have to make sure that that text file is absolutely correct. If it's off by one little letter or something like that, or an underscore, you're done for. It took me a couple tries to get it just right. All right, so let's take a look here at the pipes and tubes. Clearly, this is simple. So right now, we were moving polluted water through this metal refinery down here, but now it's not connected to anything. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm actually trying to drain this area down here because it was just building up too much from all of these natural gas generators. So essentially, I have a problem where I have too much liquid. Let's go ahead and build a couple super liquid compressors because that's pretty dope. How's the temperature where I'm at? It's actually like snowing today. So it's somewhere below freezing. And I don't think we're going to see any sort of copy of copy or anything like that on the, as far as any spreadsheets, just because I'm trying to keep things a little bit simple here. So it's just the game. You'll notice that you don't have the, the border at the top. I know. Working my magic, but that you do have black bars at the top and bottom. All right, so for a super compressor here, we're just going to have some air tiles because that seems to work really good. Then we'll also use some mechanized airlocks. We could do that with just 3, that's 3 airlocks right there. We'll also use a liquid pump down here because whatever pumps in, we want to go away. That'll be pretty awesome. I'll try to keep the pace up for you guys that are watching live. Normally I kind of do this a little slow and then like walk away for a little bit and let the game play. So we'll see how it all works once we actually have, you know, everything going on here. Way to throw that right in my path. Alright. Guess I gotta do this number. Gotta remember what challenge I'm playing now. The triple printer challenge is the one with all the urgency. This one is a little bit slower. Or less urgent. We've already made it 600 cycles. Nothing really too crazy is going on. Plastic. How much plastic do I have? Not much. Only 2,700 kilograms. So that is kind of low. And why is that low? Because this is not running. Any challenges I wish to do so soon? I liked the idea of doing a challenge that has multiple bases within the same game. So what you're really doing is playing multiple games at the exact same time. There's a concept of that actually somewhere over there on a Twitter post, but where you actually split the whole map straight up and down and try to build two bases at the same time. But I would like to take that a little bit further with the idea of maybe doing like districts. So you have like your management district, they're all up top, and then you have your diggers and your mechanics and all of this stuff. People are spread out, and they're all can only do particular jobs, but they have to work together somehow. I like that idea. I think that would take a little bit of, like, there would have to be some stuff set up beforehand before you actually go and play the game. But I think that would be a fun challenge idea. And I like the idea of actually, I've been sharing the saved files a little bit here more recently through the whole Patreon thing, and that's probably what I would do right there, because that would be a pretty cool challenge to have in the game. What do you guys think about that one? Oh! 4 base challenge. No pause challenge. I see a lot of love for Factorio. I'll have you know that I just purchased RimWorld. And there was a lot of people talking about that. I had messed around with it once before, never really got into it because I just didn't have the time at the time I was doing it. But I think that might be a fun one. Okay, remember, I don't have to pause here. Filter gate. Is that really all I need for this automation? RimWorld is a great game. Super difficult at times. The only thing about Factorio I didn't really like is that I think I might lose my life on it. It might just take too long to play. There's a lot of cool stuff that's in RimWorld as far as its mods and stuff. I don't know. They're probably all, either of them are great, really. I could go either way. Can't see the dupe info because the sub overlay. Oh, you're right. Let's see if I can scoot that around. Nope, that went down. Let's go 200 pixels that way. No, it's gonna take more than that. Ha! Boom! Solved that like it was nothing. Uh-oh. Chat kept moving on. Holy cow. I have lost track. All right. So focusing on the game here, considering I've My chat stopped scrolling. I don't know why that. Whatever. Only 6 dupes? Yes. Only 6 dupes so far in the base because it's not really about like many duplicates in this base. I do have to start growing something a little different, but whatever. Let's take a look at the tube setup here. So the transit tubes, we got somewhere. Is it under base now? I can never remember. Oh, I can make quite a few. Where all do we want to go? Oh, you know what it was? That's where I was leaving off here. The conductive wire needs to go from here up to there. Let's see how many of these I can make. Ah, crap. All right, so this could be for polluted water over here, and then I can just use what was it? Little deodorizers to convert that to oxygen. That's one, but I also want to store oil as well. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. Ha, that works pretty good. No, too many. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll have to do, well, we'll see. I don't really want to do slow chat, but I don't know. I've never had so many people in a live stream before, so this is a whole new experience here. Hopefully everything just keeps working out. We'll work out the bugs here. I think the weekends are a good time to do a live stream. And I like the being able to interact with people this way. I think it's good. So far I don't think I'm dying from heat. I mean, it's warm around here, but we're not at that point just yet. We can work on deleting heat here in a little bit, but I think I'm okay as far as heat is concerned in this base. I mean, it's toasty, but it's not unbearable. Most of the time they're in exosuits anyhow, so I don't even know if it's a factor. Alright, but what I do need to do is I finally need to get this oil here. Rather than running to this refinery first, it really needs to pump in to the metal refinery. So, before it goes to the oil refinery, let's go to the metal refinery and make that happen. And that means I'm just going to deconstruct everything north of that. I don't live in a desert, but duplicants really like it warm. So that's what's up. I mean, if it was 50 degrees Celsius inside of here, I personally would not enjoy it, but I don't know why. Oh, YouTube's sensor is picking up on death. Oh, so terrible. I mean, it's like part of life, guys. That's a little sensitive, YouTube. All right, here we go. We'll get rid of this, deconstruct. Oh no, don't do that. Only liquid pipes. There we go. Oh, do you think that I could have more liquid pipes down here? Or is... yeah, this is madness. Okay. There we go. I should really make this all out of abyssite so I don't overheat stuff. At least anything above that point. Yeah, YouTube doesn't really allow links. I mean, they do and they don't. It depends on how you set up your censorship, at least in the background. The thing is, I've had too many situations where people are trying to take advantage of others. So, no, I don't know what it is. It's just like every once in a while. It's all right. I'll approve the stuff as it comes through. Or Eli, I think you're actually a monitor. What do you call that? Somebody who actually can make changes and stuff, or approve messages. I think that's you. I need more metal. This is like the one thing that's holding me up. This metal refinery. What crazy experiments do you think we could try next? I mean, so far, I mean, the polluted oxygen one was an old one, but what other ones could we do between next? I mean, there's some other ones out there. I like the idea of using a metal refinery to refine liquids into gases. I think that's a fun one that we could potentially explore. Liquid pipe. Is anybody gonna actually like build anything, or do my duplicates just not do that? We'll let Frankie. Frankie who can't do anything else. Maybe an automated cooling system. You know, that's a good idea. That's been one of those things that I've been thinking about for a long time. I mean, this is like semi-automated, but we could really step it up from here. If we wanted to use different chambers for gases and, you know, just have a basic blueprint for that stuff. The thing about batteries is batteries don't really put off a lot of heat. They're quite tame overall. So as long as you give them some place to exhaust to, it'll take a long time before they actually, you know, will destroy themselves. Especially if you make them out of gold amalgam. Now, Frankie, seriously, your job is to build, not run the oil refinery. Harold, how about you build? Somebody build. Add more wheezeworts to this. Well, I've added 2 last time. The cold biome is up over here in the top left. And I've rated that for all of the wheezeworts it has. I don't really see any other wheezeworts unless, you know, maybe I dig up. There's probably some more cold biome up here. what is it, Control S or Alt S? Yeah, there we go. You can kind of zoom out to see how much of the map I've explored at this point. So the top of the map is still over here. You know, the right side's over there, so there is some space available. You know, potentially for some more Weezeworts. Oil power makes poo water. Lots of it. We could do something with that. How is the 3D printing coming? Well, that's a good one. Actually, I've been doing some development on that here recently. So, since I'm designing my own 3D printer, which is more or less my own version of a 3D printer, which is a Delta, I recently made just this thing, just last night. So this is just a little carriage or a carrier, whatever we want to call it. But it's kind of my own version of it, working with the standard rail that I was going to work with, which is 25mm. So this is just a little version 1.0, a little prototype, and I mean, it works perfect. So I just got to fit the part for the timing belt on it to go up and down, and also come up with some other pieces that'll mount onto it. Since it is such a large 3D printer, there's some unique things that I'm going to do with it. But I got the whole project kind of framed up. I just don't really have don't have it quite put together just yet to make a video out of it. Alright, Mima, do some digging here. Alright, so we're getting a little bit closer here as far as the liquid is concerned. That'll feed this metal refinery. There we go. It's now heading over that direction. Okay, so now I need to work on its path back. So now, once I've created what I need to get it back to the oil refinery. So let's go ahead and add a liquid bridge right over here. Make sure I make this all out of abyssalite because it's going to be hot at this point. Do I have enough height to build up here? Yeah. Okay, where else to run this pipe? This is madness. Come on. All right. Here we go. We'll go over here. And we'll go back over there. I would like some more connectors for like liquid pipes. I think it would be a lot easier to kind of reduce the madness here. Down. Oh boy. Okay, so we'll bring it over this way and then we'll just drop it right over that. And that should work out. I mean, that's a lot of little bridges and stuff to build, but I think it'll be just fine. Perfect. Don't see a thing wrong with that. Let's just get a larger view of the liquid pipes. I mean, that is the summary of the madness there. Like, that's it. That's all of it. Now, I'll admit, some of this stuff over here is just no longer needed. I've kind of routed stuff away from it. But that's all right. I mean, like this over here. This is a pipe to nowhere. Speaking of which, it looks like this ladder. At least I need a way to build that pipe. All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go. So, now that we're back at it, it looks like the liquid pipe nearly complete. We're getting pretty close. Hopefully that'll make a lot more metal for us and we'll be able to take care of that. Do we have the inlet set up? Yes, we do. Yes. Alright, good. That means I can make the automation stuff needed. Needed to run all of this. So that sensor will be right here. It'll go to the door, we'll go through the buffer, go back to the filter. And that's all there is to that. Not a big deal. However, we do need the sensor, which is a hydro sensor. Goes right there. Hey, what's up, Jared? Hello, everybody. Looks like the chat's working out on screen all right. It's a little bit, I don't know, doesn't really blend in all that great. But has anybody tried the subscribe thingy? I wonder if that works. It's like up there. Okay. Ooh. So we go up, goes over, goes back down. No. There's one pipe missing. Is it unreachable? I think it is. Let's deconstruct that and then build a little ladder over there. Maybe I didn't need to break that. Bam. There we go. What is the decor down here? Oh! It's so good. Negative 846. We gotta work on that a little bit here. We'll add the picture back, because otherwise, you know, under 800, it's just too much. I'm kidding. It's like no big deal. Every once in a while, I gotta focus, you know? You guys never see that. I always cut that part out where I'm just like silent and I'm like, just like, oh, what's going on here? That never happens. Alright, so polluted water can come over here into that area. What do we got? Clean water? Or did I destroy clean water? I think I destroyed it. Nope. It should be over there. Oh, there's a little clean water. What happened to all my clean water? Where's it going? Oh no, the pipes got confused again. Oh, because this one got finished. Or became finished or whatever. Cancel. Is now finished. Why is it so... It's just... It's beyond confused over here. I've tried so many different things. But this liquid pipe just... will not work anymore. What if I just get rid of that piece? Then can I at least make that work? 221 viewers. 200... What? Holy moly. Hello, everybody. I feel like the last highest amount of people I ever had watching was 40. That was a long time ago, and that was like a new game or something. Love you too. You broke it. I have to throw the whole game away now. No, come on. This liquid will... It's still broken. If I just keep throwing bridges at it, will that make it work? Aha! Alright, so that should be running. You do have a way out, do you not? Metal refinery? Oh, Harold. It's like every chance you give a duplicate to like not survive, they're gonna take it. They're just gonna like find the one spot that they can be where they'll die. And that's it. Is this thing up and running yet? No? It's because nobody can get to it. No, no, Harold's not going to be the entomber. There's no, all the duplicates in this megabase challenge, they're all good duplicates. Alright, there's nobody with evil tendencies, at least yet. If we expand far enough, they might have evil tendencies. However, Mima here, I mean, this is my favorite thing about this sort of continuous checkpoint thing. They just constantly get stuck every time they go idle. So you always know where they're at. It's just because she doesn't have enough to do. You can deliver, sweep. Plan B is sweep. There you go. Let's turn the priority up on this metal refinery. Come on. Somebody run it. Yeah, there we go. So now where's that liquid going? Whoa, it's at 200 degrees Celsius. So that will now feed the oil refinery. We'll be able to get rid of that, so we can turn the priority up on that for once. Uh-oh. Why'd you guys only run it for like 1 second? Come on. Why are they doing this? Why are they only running it for like 1 second then running away? Because I wasn't looking close enough. There you go. The entire base temperature is around 50 degrees Celsius. So it's warm, but it's not like deadly. Okay, so let's give this a test here. If this goes to below, and then this door should... This thing needs to be open. Come on now, 2 seconds. And that should be like 3. It's because I never finished it. Make a chamber for polluted water with regular tiles so it wouldn't evaporate. Well, I don't really mind if it evaporates. That's why I've got the deodorizer there. So that'll just allow me to make more oxygen at this point. And we've already kind of done the evaporation thing, and it doesn't give off germs because it's a different type of germ between liquid and gas. So that's really not a big deal. Let's see if I can get this thing plugged in. We've kind of focused on this water down there for a long time. I really want this to be up and running so I can get rid of, so I can just get nothing but polluted oxygen in this space. So if I deconstruct this and that, and kind of just do a quick build inside of there. I think I should probably deconstruct all of this because I don't need it. Okay, so that transit tube will be right down through here. And then I'll put that right there, a little crossover. And that'll finally let me get in here and out of there without having to go through the door and exposing my storage, my food storage, to all of that polluted oxygen. Now, in order to actually climb around this, I think I have to do this number. I have to jump over it because it acts like a solid tile. At least I think it does. Anybody confirm that? Can you actually jump over transit tubes? I guess I'll see with the duplicants what they do. You know, there's a fair amount of people that actually don't play this game. They just watch the videos, which is kind of interesting. Like people that have like learned all the strategies and everything, and they're like really thinking about how this game should function. They actually come up with some really good stuff, even though they've never actually spent like a minute inside the game. Oh, here's the biggest problem. It's still not connected to any power source. I mean, that's mildly important. There. And then heavy conductive wire between the two. There you go. I really don't understand the whole point of heavy conductive wire. I mean, this decor is a little bit less, but it still moves the same amount of power. I mean, I guess it looks more fancy, right? You have a base that is 846 cycles. That's pretty impressive. I've seen a few like pictures of people's with bases that are like in the thousands. But the amount of time you have to put in to get that far is pretty ridiculous. I played this game at like hyper speed. But I mean, if you're playing it legitimately at a normalish speed, I mean, that's a huge amount of time to put into one base. It's pretty impressive. Oh, hang on. Don't build that. Yeah, stab. Stab. See, now when I want them to run the oil refinery, they won't run the oil refinery. It's like this reverse psychology. Maybe I gotta set it low so that then they go do it. No. What? More machines? 6,500 cycles? Holy moly. How do you stream for 5 hours? I mean, I suppose you just keep streaming, but I'd find that really exhausting. I don't know. Some people are really good at all that. Now, are we going to build this thing ever? Or are we just going to sit on that? Come on, dupes. Did I ever fix the mesh tiles? What was wrong with my mesh tiles? I think it looks pretty dope. I think it's working good. Matter of fact, what's the temperature inside of that now? Oh, 43 degrees Celsius. It actually keeps going down, so that's good. I can make more and more plastic. Oh, because the door's locked. Thank you guys for letting me know. Oh, hang on. We could just... Don't need to do that. Ah. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, I've done the whole dupe melting thing. It's a quick way to get to your desktop. By a quick way, I mean it's actually kind of hard to do because they require so much heat, but yeah, they pretty much just crashes the game. Hey, there we go. So now let's try this out. If we go below, they open up, door closes, and then it comes back. Although it looked like it went a little bit too fast here. So we'll set that to 4 seconds. So now if I put airflow tiles here, I should be able to super compress something like polluted water into that area. All right, let's give it a try then. Oh, do you want to get fancy with it with the liquid shutoff valve? I kind of like the idea of a liquid shutoff valve. Where's the nearest power? Okay, never mind. Gave up on that pretty quick. Alright, let's see if it works. We'll power up the pumps sometime. Really, I'm just going to store a bunch of liquid over there. Not a big deal. I keep getting distracted from actually putting tubes in the base. Ah, there you go. Okay, so we are now bringing polluted water over here. And we want to super compress it. Let's see what happens. 500 kilograms. Boom, opens up. Door closes and gets deleted. Uh-oh. Well, it's a good way of getting rid of it. So what happened here? We'll set this a little bit lower. So that did not open up fast enough. 3 seconds. No, those are still working. Oh, because I don't have the buffer. That's right. I knew I was missing something. See, you gotta fix everything with a buffer gate. Deconstruct, automation. See if I can get in there without letting all this water all over the place. Filter gate, buffer gate. Check the chat to see if 1,000 people are yelling at me, saying I'm doing it wrong. No? Must be doing it right. I gave up a long time ago on the whole idea of trying to record the process of working through automation, because it's like nothing but painful. I'm not, you're doing it wrong. Okay, thank you. Okay, here we go. Buffer, filter, buffer, and I'll plug in the whole other stuff later, you know, to get the pump up and running. Oops, don't do that. No. Oh. Can't just cancel automation wires. There we go. And then that's back to that, so we'll just duplicate everything we're doing there. And turn the priority level up so we can actually make that. All right, there we go. But now how's this doing? Hey, look, it's actually up and running. And they're using the door, because the door is all they have to use. So if I deconstruct that door, and I put a manual door down here. Here we go. I only want to deconstruct buildings. And then we'll build up one more spot right here. And then use the crossing tube. Should be able to go in and out without polluting this area. Then I can set the permissions so that they only can go out. So if the power's out, they can actually get out of there, but otherwise they're going to use the tube access. Everybody's gonna go hungry till they build that tube crossing. Come on now. Hey, there we go. Perfect. So the place that they run right after they do that is they go right up here to eat it. So what I want to do is I want to have that tube also run up to, you know, the place where they're, the cafeteria or whatever, where they're going to eat it. So let's go ahead and use this tube, transit tube, and we'll just bring it straight up and through the wall over here. Nope. Forget about all this. Who cares? No, it's polluted germs. Never mind. I do care now. All right, there we go. What if a dupe was really stressed in an Atmos suit and then vomited? Would they take their helmet off, or does the vomit fill up their suit and then they drowned? Such an interesting question. Honestly, what they would do in the game is I think they would take their helmet off. However, it's a funny idea that you would... the possibility of drowning to death inside of an exosuit because of that. It's kind of an interesting idea. Yeah, the base needs signposts, that's for sure. Like, that would actually be a pretty cool thing to have inside the game as far as the decoration is concerned. You know, being able to, I don't know, make the base your own, I guess. You don't really, no real other purpose than telling people where to go. So this should be up and available to run now, the super compressor here. So I should be able to store lots of this polluted water. And if I take a look at the polluted water overall, it looks like I have way too much of it. Look at that, it's like way backed up. I'm gonna start flowing back out of the toilet. That'd be terrible. This oil refinery is not running enough. What job is oil refinery? Maintenance? This stream is probably going to go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's going to be kind of like the length of a regular video, just not edited. So about another hour or so. You know, 45 to an hour. My real goal here is to get several super compressors set up and to get the metal refinery up and running. Hopefully a little bit more consistently. Oil refinery is not working because of max pressure. Oh. Because the carbon skimmers are not working. Okay, interesting. And that's not working because the liquid pipes are confused. That's what happened there. All right, good eye. Thanks for pointing that out. Hey man, I'm not sure how to say your name, but welcome to the stream here. Alright, so hopefully these carbon skimmers do their job well enough. It's just going to increase the amount of polluted oxygen I have. Oh, but you know what? That's why we got this super compressor that we just finally finished for the second time. Yes, build it. You can do it. Come on now. No! See what I forgot, guys. Or did I not forget it? I guess I didn't forget it. There we go. Ha! Now we finally got it working. That took a few tries, but... So this liquid over here will continue to go up in pressure. And then I can just plug it in and pump it out whenever I want. Don't forget the wire. Almost forgot the wire. Thank you. There we go. Now it's done. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I know I kept looking past that. I didn't necessarily get what you guys meant by the wire, but now I see what you're talking about. You actually have to be able to get that out of there. I don't know why. I just kind of glanced over that one a bunch. Too much carbon dioxide down here. This carbon skimmer cannot keep up. So, we need to add a second one. Which means my liquid pipes are screwed up again. Alright, so in this situation I want to use a liquid bridge here so that, you know, even though there's a small amount coming out of this first skimmer, it's actually going to combine with the tile so it doesn't actually interrupt the other carbon skimmer, so they both end up over here. There we go. So that should work. Now if I take a look at power, yes. There we go. Oh. You know, that's something I haven't built in a while, which is a hydrogen bubbler. We got to make our way back to that at some point. All right, so how much liquid do I have over here? 800 kilograms there, 200 and some above that. But here's the big news. Finally, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually able to do something up here. Like this thing's actually running, it's not backed up. These poor pipes. Like this whole game, the last 5 episodes have been all about just pipes. Making more and more pipes. Wrong element damage. Oh. Because it's... Oops, I just made a mistake. No, stop! There we go. You know, I could put a slickster up here. Although I really like the idea of having lots of polluted water. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have a bunch of oil right there. If I set that to 500, we'll take care of that. We'll also put the, why not, another deodorizer over there. So that'll take care of that stuff. So now, we can go ahead and start to compress. What else would I compress? Oil? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what else I would compress over here. I was going to do water, but it doesn't really... I'm just lucky to get water over here. Oh, and this thing's up and running now. Good, good. That means I might be able to get enough metal out of this thing up here. If I go over to power, I should be able to see how much conductive wire I can make. So that's up and running. So really, let's go ahead and focus on tubes now, because that's where we really want to focus on. So, let's take a look at Harold. Harold goes, he grabs some food, right? And he jumps back in the tube access point, and then goes right back up here to have some lunch. That's awesome. Nobody likes the food that they're eating, but at least it's working. It looks like we also only have polluted oxygen over here, so how much slime am I building up? 300 kilograms. Nice. So that's working really good. Alright, 2 more things. 292 people watching? Oh, man. Hello, everybody. What? Somebody die? Oh, no. Oh, no. I got back just in time. Whew. That was bad. Almost killed by real-life polluted water. That would have been terrible. I need a bottle emptier so that we can get the polluted water over there. What do we want to make it out of? Granite this time. The tension. Was Harold going to die? He was getting close, wasn't he? Is this my first stream? This is my first stream for this game. So I've never live streamed Oxygen Not Included before, as far as I can remember. Oh, and we're actually effectively super compressing now. Look at that. Oh, we're over 1,000 kilograms there, so that's working out. And it just went up 1,100. All right, so that solved our problem, which is just having too much polluted water for the pipes to handle, you know, or for my system to handle. At this point, all the extra overflow just heads on over there. So what I can do now is actually work on like reducing the madness of these pipes a little bit. And this over here is working a whole lot better. So we're going to de-spaghetti a little bit. Uh-oh, where's that one going? Well, the game is dealing with so many pipes it keeps flashing. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so kind of my problem with flipping the playlist around, I know it's been brought up several times, is that a lot of the older stuff is no longer relevant. Like, this game has been out enough and there's been enough updates to where it's almost like the latest stuff is actually the most relevant. So I don't know, there might be different playlists that I should make as far as experiments. I don't really do many tutorials. But there has been requests for tutorial-like videos. However, I think a tutorial video is like 10... should really only be like 10 minutes or something like that. And why did everything shut off? Oh, because too much carbon dioxide? Probably. What do you mean instead of locking the doors? Up here, it's auto and they head out to the right. So they can get in and out. Crap! Am I gonna have to make a gas compressor now for carbon dioxide? No. How about a slickster? Is there a slickster around that I could grab? Just to kind of reduce some of this. It's like massively hot around here though. So far, I think that one I saw over here was my best bet. Alright, so if I'm going to use the slickster to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide I have in here, where do I want it to go? I don't really have a lot of room for it. Uh-oh. How to get rid of this carbon dioxide. Okay. What about just using the slickster I already have? And then running a gas pipe from here, which I do have a spot for it, up to that. That's probably a pretty good idea. In case there wasn't enough pipes, at least it's in a different overlay. You know, I might compress it with doors. But right now, I kind of need to deal with it because it's stopping my entire power plant. Stop messing up. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm out of power. That's partly why I have a coal generator running. However, is that coal generator even plugged in? Yeah, it is. Not sure exactly what it's running right now, but we'll see. Once I get all this built up, hopefully that'll start to run, and I can just kind of plug in a coal generator or something off to the side just to power that up, to kind of reduce down the carbon dioxide in there. So we kind of got to do a little bit of emergency work here to get rid of all this. Okay. Power, coal generator, yes. Let me build it somewhere. Eventually I'll just plug this right into the main power supply, but for right now I'm just gonna get rid of it. Or just use this, plus a battery somewhere. Zombie Master, thanks for the super chat, man. Too many pipes. Hashtag love the Brothgar. Thank you so much, man. Make a small room under the coal generator And move the heavy wire down. Make the floor gas permeable, put the slick down there. Well, that's a good idea. We need to make a no pipes challenge. You know what? It's to a point, it's possible. Or a limited pipe. That would be like one really hard challenge, though. I do like the idea of it, though. Oh, wait, here's a slickster that's not too far away. See if I can catch a slickster. Where are all my duplicates? Oh no! Uh-oh. There's not enough power. Why? Crap. They're just gonna have to run without the exosuit this time. Uh-oh. This will not be the moment where everybody dies. We'll be okay. It is a bit of an emergency, though. Oh, my poor duplicates. They're going to get really stressed out now that they don't have their exosuit available. Higher priority, build it. Come on now. I don't know if I want him in here or not. That seems like a bad spot. It's just too hot down there. Don't go in there. We're gonna disable all of this till I get power again. Am I dunking dupes into hot oil without their suits on? Yeah. Well, I mean, look, Harold still has his suit on. He just forgot his helmet, that's all. It's a big conspiracy by Harold, isn't it? That's what it is. Alright, so here we go. Now the gas pump is starting to flow. Oh no. Come on. Build up the rest of this. if it was a conspiracy that Harold came up with. He's still working to complete it. Oh no, he left one. No, he left it. It's all working. Okay, so that's going to come up here, and this slickster is going to start turning that down to oil. So hopefully this will reduce the gas down here enough. I just need to get these up and running just for a little bit, which means I have to get this pump up and running. Okay, so if I go to power, what if I put a switch in here? Just so I can disconnect the stuff above it. All right, there we go. So now that pump's up and running. So that means these natural gas generators will start to run. Oh, and you know what else this means? If I go to the gas overlay here, rather than bridging over this, I can actually just combine it and run everything up here. Because right now I'm just dumping carbon dioxide out the bottom. I gotta disable the other synthesizers here. I'm not reading as many comments right now. I'm trying to focus. Like, I gotta get out of this problem here. Okay, so I flipped that switch off. That should override everything to run. There we go. Power. Power is now flowing back to everything, right? Because this switch over here, this switch actually trips on itself when this coal generator is running. That's why I had it disabled. All right, panic over. We're not quite out of the woods yet, though. Now I have to re-enable all of this in order to get that up and running. I mean, in part. What I really could use is some more batteries over here. Because I added a lot of juice up here, right? So I added these two transit tube access points, and these things can really suck down some huge power when you're using them, which is probably why we drain the batteries in the first place. So I think I'll expand the battery pack over here. Now this is the conductive wire, which is, where are we at? Means I need to have bridges over here, or whatever, the little connector things between the two. Where is it? There we go. Heavy watt joints. Yeah, just like that. Greatest idea for the challenge. Play normally at first, but when you get a new dupe, you have to pick the one with the worst possible traits. It's kind of like trying to play the game at maximum stress or something like that. Yeah, see, I'm just drawing too much power. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about the stress thing, too. Well, now I don't have power again, so... I guess technically I don't really have food either, if I can't get through here. And everything relies on this thing down here just running and running well. How much carbon dioxide do I have in there? Not much. So let's go ahead and try to just power things up here a little bit more. We can get rid of all of these power wires that I have down here. Don't need that anymore. And I'll run the bigger power wires from this coal generator just to kind of give the thing a boost. From the looks of it, I'm going to have to expand my capacity as far as how much power generation I have. I'm just pulling down too much with those access points. How's the liquid compressor doing? It's doing a good job. Over 4,000 kilograms in one spot. All right, Zombie Master. Hey, thank you again for the super chat. Headed out. See you on the flip side and in the next video. Remember, give him a likes and thumbs up. Thanks so much. It helps his channel out. Have a great day, Zombie Master, and thank you for supporting the channel. Alright, is everything up and running now? I'm actually starting to store up some more electricity. No. Invalid build location. Oh crap, because you built the heavy wire behind it. So now I've kind of got the opposite problem. I've pumped out so much gas in here that I don't have enough natural gas to feed the natural gas generators. Well, more than enough polluted water, but not enough because these guys... Alright, there isn't enough fertilizer synthesizers in this area in order to fuel the natural gas generators. Here's what I have to do. I mean, at this point, that power base is just going to take so much effort to get it back up and running that I got to string in some more help up here. I don't even know what that thing's running. A light bulb or something? No. And all of that. Not a big deal. Okay, so that... I need a little bit more iron ore. What? Crap. I don't have a filter, so a bunch of natural gas ended up here. That's annoying. Alright. What? I'm like trying to kind of focus on what's going on here because there's a chance at this point where a lot of stuff isn't running. Ever since I plugged these tube access points in, like, my base is... It hasn't been able to handle what's been going on here. So I'm gonna not worry about the dust caps. We'll forget about those for a little while. I'll still be able to get in here and get food, so that's good. But I really got to add a lot of power to this base. Look at all this polluted water I have. Alright, let's check to see what the power's doing over here. Okay, good. Which means I should have enough power. I can go ahead and enable this stuff again. Not die to stress, please. Because you can see stress is up to 35% already. Alright, that's up and running. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. This is like a double emergency. This is too much for one episode. Okay, we do have enough natural gas now, 700 or so grams. We're above 500 whenever this Atmos switch is not right in between both oxygen and natural gas. Okay, good. Frankie got sick, huh? Thanks for pointing that out. Guy's being treated. Somebody will treat him eventually.
Strickerix.
Strickerix. Hey, thank you for the super chat and everything. Stress is a little overrated. I don't know. We're about to find out here once things get a little crazy. But I think now that I've got my exosuits back, I think we're going to be in the clear. Hopefully Frankie here will eventually cure up a little bit. We're going to give everybody their jobs back so it's not like they're going to have any problems. I don't know, over the last half hour or so, things got a little intense here. Like, too much power problems. Too many power problems. If I take a look at power again... I don't know. I think we're staying ahead of it a little bit. Okay, so one of the other things I can do over here, aha, this is what I wasn't doing. It was putting a high pressure gas vent right here so that this carbon dioxide can continue to fill up this area. It is leaking out a little bit, but I can take care of that. What do I need? I have plastic, I don't have refined metals. That's because that's not enabled. Well, I think we know what the next episode's going to be. It's going to be about producing more power, but I think that brings up an interesting point because one of the cool things that we can actually use to produce a lot of power is electrolyzers. And if you put an electrolyzer next to a door compressor, which we explored at one point, you can actually use that to make excess power and also get a lot of oxygen out of it, which would allow us to expand the base, get more duplicates inside of there. But I think that would be kind of a cool way to expand the amount of power generation that I have. I mean, this is one method, but we've explored this method many times. But what do you guys think about that? Actually creating an electrolyzer power plant. Please tell me I have enough power in this base now. At least to run this. I mean, I am running 2 coal generators and an extra natural gas generator up here. But this light bulb isn't powered. I mean, it's just not. What am I going to do without that light bulb? Somebody going to help Frankie. Frankie's got 1% health. I'm going to look up poor Frankie, just holding on to his little helmet like it's supposed to do something with that. I'm going to end here in the next, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. Yeah, an electrolyzer actually produces quite a bit more hydrogen, than it takes to... It produces enough hydrogen to power itself. So we've got these self-powering electrolyzer systems here. So this hydrogen over here then gets pumped back into a hydrogen generator. That gives us a net positive energy, which is why this thing can be just 1 unit. So if we do that, we can actually, expand that out and actually get a net power gain out of the entire setup.
Stracarix.
Stracarix, man. Now power is overrated? Man, thank you for the super chat again. So many people are looking to support. That's pretty awesome. Not only that, but Patreon's been doing pretty good too. I mean, I've been posting some stuff like saved games and whatnot over there for the people that are part of that, but you don't need to actually pay in order to get that. It's just hosted over there. All right, so things on this episode that were actually successful. 1, Harold didn't die when he was stuck between doors. 2, we didn't die when we ran out of power twice. 3, the super compressor is actually compressing a lot of polluted water, giving me access, well, to pipes that were backing up, so the pipes are not backing up anymore. 4, these liquid pipes are no longer confused, even though they aren't really working well. They're not confused, so that's something. And there was a slight, mild reduction in the spaghetti, which I never even turned around to run back the other way because I got totally distracted from all of that. Okay, that goes there. See if we can get this polluted water out of there. All this natural gas. Like, all of it. You could just go right back over here. Oh well. Okay, so if I disable this building... That's something. And if I turn this thing back on, then I can get my power plant back to turning on and off depending on whether it needs power or not. We'll see if there's enough to keep this thing up and running. Whew. You see how well this worked? Look, it's running back up. Not at all. Well, I gave it a try. Now we'll just spill it all over the place. There we go. Get rid of this. They will be adding genetics with plants. I saw that. That was kind of, well, for real? How would that even work? Like, what do you do? I mean, it's kind of like the seed splicer thing. We saw that. But that's not in the game yet, as far as I can tell. It's not even, like, part of the game. Ha! See? We got another liquid compressor complete. I didn't forget about it. I don't really know what to compress inside of there, but it's complete. Okay, power. Man, those batteries are draining fast. You know, I really thought these batteries over here. No, they are not hooked up downstream. Oh well, that's okay. A slightly flooded electrolyzer. Yeah, I've seen that one. If you actually put some liquids around it, it will continue to run at 100% in both directions. It's pretty neat that way. I don't really use it because it's a bit of an exploit, but I know you can set it up. All right. Well, I think I completed what I set out to do today. Even though it took a little bit longer to get there. I think it worked out. So I'm going to end the stream here, but thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. Let me know what you think about the live stream, too. We'll let it run for a few more minutes here, but I'm just wrapping up the video. And if I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. Have a great day, guys. Stay awesome. Peace. All right, so I'll let this run here for another 7 minutes or so we can talk, but anyhow. Satirex? Did I get that right? Or did I mess it up again? Maybe. No, I meant just like read through the comments. Everybody always, like there's a lot of people that come in at the end of a live stream and they don't ever. I just wanted to actually end the video because I'm recording this separately as well, you know. But what was the exploit that was mentioned with the gas vent? That is, well, you can put it partially underwater, and it will continue to release gas into that chamber. So it's like 50% flooded. I don't really know of a way to make that work with liquid though. I have seen some people saying that you can like trick liquid to go past a tile or something like that and infinitely compress. But I've never really seen it in a working base. Love to see a base that's perfectly working and symmetric. Like that'd be pretty insane. I did try this symmetrical base challenge once. Have everybody freaked out because it wasn't symmetrical until like the very end of the video. And then they're like, "Oh, I forgot about that." But I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like not focused enough to keep everything perfectly symmetrical. Purpose of flooding what? Electrolyzer? Is that what you're talking about? That's only if you really want to, like, exploit the electrolyzer. No, Frankenmeep is just really happy. He's not stuck. He's just waving. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing with my fertilizer that the synthesizer is making. It's actually being brought right up here, and then I have like, what, 5 hatches there? Even though it's all like 1 hatch. And they'll actually eat that and convert it into coal. So this is just full of coal. Yeah, so if you take liquid and you just put like 300 grams or so right down here in front of this pressure, in front of this vent, it'll continue to release gas through it constantly because it's not over pressurized, but you can only have a liquid or a gas in one tile, so that's why it doesn't ever over pressurize. They've never patched that. I don't know how you would.
Strucurix.
Whoa, echo.
Strucurix.
Strucurix. Man, look at that guy. Keeps supporting like crazy. Alright, thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Maybe we'll end up doing this more often on the weekends. And I don't know, maybe we'll have a live stream challenge or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think this was pretty fun. It seemed like it was pretty successful. A lot of people dropped by, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little live stream here. Have a great weekend, and happy Christmas, happy holidays, and I'm sure I'll be uploading a lot more videos, so I'll see you guys around. Have a great day, guys. Stay awesome. Peace. Bye-bye.